Look, we have 100% free reduced lunch students, and with that, we have 93% four-year graduation rate. And much of what we do is serve people well. We ensure that we recruit the best and brightest teachers. The teachers that we have, we provide support, but most importantly, we serve the basic needs of kids. I know it sounds simple, but food, shelter, clothes, whatever they need, a pediatrician, we provide that. Schools are the center of the community. So if you don't do that, you're not going to be able to transform a community or a school.
It's not happening, as you know. It's not happening in places like Charleston. I've been there. I've seen it. It's not happening there. I grew up in Baltimore. It wasn't happening when I was a kid. It's not happening now. It's not happening in Washington. Why is it working for you and not working in those other districts?
Look, here's what I know, that resources will always be small in schools and standards will always be high. So either you can whine about what you don't have or you can use what you have well. We believe in using what we have well. I guarantee you that in the districts that you mentioned, there's likely a school or two and perhaps more that are achieving at high levels. We just don't necessarily know their story. And so for Jennings, you know, we appreciate you and others telling our story. It's not just me, it's the people in Jennings, the collective energy. All I've done is show a pathway to make it happen, a template, gear them in the right direction, but the people in the community who are demanding excellence in education are making it happen every day.
You say poverty can be disrupted and the best disruptor is education. Expand on that thought, please.
Absolutely. Education is the one thing you can't take away. And so really to make any kind of change possible, it's really through education. You know, for us, we look at what are all the barriers that keep kids from achieving at high levels. And it's really about removing those. So we have a washer and dryer in every school. Parents can wash one load in exchange for 1 hour of volunteerism. 8,000 pounds of food a month we give away. That's about 400 families a month that we serve. Pediatricians in schools, mental health therapists, that's through partnerships. Anything that we need to make sure that high education is possible with our students, we're going to make happen. We really cannot use excuses. Kids don't have time for it. And as a nation, we cannot stand by and watch poverty continue to grow. So,
Superintendent, look, you said, you mentioned the word barriers there a moment ago. Reading. How important, how key is the reading piece in what you do for these kids who come from these impoverished backgrounds?
Reading is critical. It's a gateway skill. You have to make sure that really at preschool and if possible before then, young people are reading. We know that early childhood is important, so we invest dollars in it. Although the state may not fully fund it, we rearrange our budget and that's where our priority is. Very small central office in order to make these things happen, but they must happen. So reading is critical. One of the things that we do, it may not be popular, but I will tell you what, any teacher that has the privilege to serve our children, they have to take an assessment. 75% of the staff members that would like to work in Jennings fail that assessment. 10-question quiz in reading and in math. So really making sure you have the skill and will to serve children, particularly in high poverty environments well, is critical. So reading is certainly a gateway skill, and we ensure that our students at preschool and beyond are shored up in that area. That's one of the reasons we've moved so far so fast.
You're moving on. What's next for you?
Well, you know, I'm transitioning to Topeka to replicate this work. Topeka
You can't do it. It's huge. Compared to where you are with 3,000, you can't do it in Topeka. Tell me why I'm wrong.
Well, first of all, there's no such thing as what you can't do. It's only what you can do and make possible. So having been a superintendent and assistant superintendent in a district of 23,000, having been the first black female in Montgomery County, a district similar to Topeka, we know that students can exceed at high levels. Topeka has 14,000 students. It's the landmark place where the Brown versus Board of Education took place. So I'm looking forward to joining the Topeka Public Schools. It is already an amazing district, but building on the foundation that they have in place. And then here's the power. Jennings will continue to succeed at high levels as long as they have a leader with high expectations, supporting teachers and students, and the people are still there making things happening every day. That's the power. It shows it can be replicated, it can happen, and it can be sustained.
I could talk to you for hours. You're terrific. Tiffany Anderson, she's a superintendent there at Jennings Schools, and she's joining me from St. Louis. It's great to have you on the program. And the best of luck and much success to you.